What's up, guys? Mason here, back. So I've got the turbo manifolds on the car with the turbos mounted. They're not completely clocked in the right position. They do have, I still have to turn the centers to where the oil goes directly through and the coolant goes left to right. But I was going to show you guys kind of what it looks like. So you can see this one here. I had to have these custom brackets made, so this isn't anything that comes with it. And as you can see, the clearance is still not that much. Now the stock clearance wants to put it up in here, so this is something you need to realize. If you're doing this yourself, you are going to have somebody make you a bracket. I used a local welder to make me that bracket, and he did it for both sides. But as you can see, I mean, this isn't tight yet, but it's just kind of in position so I can finish the rest of the build. Here's kind of what it looks like down in here. You've got the pipe that will come, well, actually here it is. This is from JWT. This comes down and around, and the motor mount sits right here. So moving around the car, this is the other side. So we've got the same situation going on right back in here, where that bracket is completely custom made. And as you can see, there's not a whole lot of clearance, and that'll come out right here. The top of it has to go up, like I said before, and turn and back down. These manifolds are put on completely. The only thing that's not is the turbos. Like I say, they have to be clocked a little bit more in the centers to make them correct. Next step is to put the oil pan spacer on to get that started. I was going to show you what the gaskets look like when they come off. So here is what the gasket looks like when it comes off. I mean, it's completely flattened out. It's multi-layer, but if you can look down here on this one, you'll notice you can buy a copper coating. It's like a spray. You put it on there, you let it dry, then you put it on. It's supposed to help the seal. Like I say, I've never done this, so that's just what I've read and what people have told me. So build's going good, one step, and really the next step is to get the oil pan spacer on. After I get the oil pan spacer on, I guess I can start running oil lines out of the oil filter and to the bottom of the oil pan spacer, and then finding out where the coolant lines are going to run from, because you definitely want to have that all done before you put it back in the car. It's going to be twice as hard to do that inside the car than outside. Clutch flywheel are ready to go in as soon as I get this part done, and then it's getting pretty close to hooking back up. So, oh, one more thing on these manifolds. If you look down in here, I meant to show you this in the last video, but these bolts, these are the stock bolts that came with the manifold, or the stock headers. And what you have to do is actually grind those down, because you cannot find a bolt that fits on that stud with this clearance. You actually have to grind down the edges of the outside of the bolt to hold that thing down. And then you even have to do a little bit of grinding on the outside of the manifold just to get these bolts to fit. Stuff they don't tell you online. Just from my experience, this is how it is, and I feel like I'm trying to do it to the best of my ability. I'm trying to do everything right. Taking my time. It's been maybe a few months since the first video, so it's going really slow, but it's getting there. So if you've done it, it goes slow, but it's getting there. So I hope this helps somebody out. If you got any questions, shoot a comment. If you got any advice, if you've done this, put a comment. Yeah, I hope this helps, guys. Thanks.